Hi everyone, I'm JD from Willow Bound Journals. Welcome back to my channel. I am a journaler, journal maker and teacher of journaling courses, and in this video I'm finally up to the stage of binding these Daphne's Diary journals. So it's been a fun journey making the covers and choosing the pages, putting them all together, and now we get to actually turn this into a proper journal. And my beautiful cat Keanu has come for another visit. This time he's full on laid down on my desk, so I love his company. And then I'm just grabbing some bobby pins and clipping those onto the bottom of the signature, including the cover to hold them in place in the center of the cover. Grabbing my awl, and then I will poke a hole through the middle, and then thread my embroidery thread through there. And I'm going to poke 3 holes, one at the top, one at the bottom, as well as in the middle, for the 3-hole pamphlet stitch, which is my favorite binding method and the only one that I like to use. And if you've never tried it before, definitely give it a go. It is so fun. So my experience with binding was that I wanted to try it for years and never did because it looked too intimidating. But the very first time I finally did it, I realized how quick and simple and easy it was and never looked back. Like, I thought it would take me forever and it would be like this really huge wrestle and struggle and just a very time consuming thing. But yeah, after that first time, I was like, my gosh, why haven't I done this before? Why didn't I do this earlier? If I'd known how easy it was before, I could have bound journals years ago. Anyway, so that was my experience of that. So I always want to pass that on to others, because if you were like me, or if you are like how I was, waiting for years, wanting to do it but never giving it a go, try it. Try it sooner rather than later, because you don't know what you're missing out on. Yeah, that's what happened for me. As soon as I bound it, I'm like, yeah, I'm doing this forever from now on. Anyway, so yeah, give it a go. I've got many tutorials on my channel of how to do it, and there's got to be heaps and heaps of tutorials out there on YouTube of other people doing it, so find one that you like to follow along with. Something that works for you, that is easy for you to understand. But seriously, give it a go. Really, really do give it a go. Start with a single signature journal. So these are the easiest types of journals to bind and the best way to learn, because the cover, you just pretty much include it like a signature. So yeah, you don't have to measure anything. You literally can just eyeball it and poke your holes wherever you want to. And then the one little tricky thing, okay, there might be 2 little tricky things here. The first one is just making sure your holes line up. So that's why I keep my needle through each hole before I poke the other hole, just so my holes don't move. Because when I first bound journals, that was my biggest struggle, was that I couldn't get the needle all the way through the pages because the holes were misaligned. So I taught myself this trick of keeping the needle through the hole while I poked the next one. Now, you don't have to do that. If you find that if you just want to poke all 3 holes at the one time, go ahead and do that. Lots of people do that. Occasionally I do that too, sometimes, when I'm in a rush, or if I just want to do it that way. So you can definitely do it that way if you want, and it can still work. It just takes a little bit of practice, making sure you're holding the pages nice and tight, with paper clips or bobby pins or bulldog clips, and your hand, of course, your own hand holding it closed. The second little thing that tripped me up was when I poked the thread back through the center hole. Sometimes it caught on the thread that was already in the hole. So the way I get around that is I just pull really tight on the thread that's already there, pull it down so that I can pass the needle through without it catching. So once you learn that trick though, you'll be laughing, you'll be fine. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed this really quick video showing how I bind these two journals, but at the end of the day, what I hope you get from this video is just some encouragement to try it for yourself. Give it a go and practice, practice, practice. Like, if you don't get it the first time, just keep practicing and you'll pick up your own tips and tricks to make it work for you. Bye guys. A big thank you to my beautiful patrons who supported me in April. Thank you so much for allowing me to do this for another month. It really means the absolute world to me, and I could not do this without you. If you would like to become a patron in May, I will leave the link below to my Patreon down in the description box. That's where you get access to more videos from me, personal updates, printables, and if you're a Ruby patron or higher, you get every single digital kit from my Etsy with a new kit each month. If you would like to support my channel through a one-off donation, you can do that through PayPal to my email address or through Buy Me a Coffee. And if you would like to be part of any of my journaling courses, I'm starting them again in May for the month of May. So feel free to email me to register, and I hope you have fun journaling your life because your stories matter.